Hey everyone, John Barnes here. Here to answer the question of where has John Barnes been? Whoosh. I've been writing my new book. Check it out. It's called Brand Thyself, How to Create, Leverage, and Love Your Personal Brand. Now available on Amazon in your paperback, hardback, Kindle, Audible, etc., etc. Look at my shirt, man. Do you like this jacket? It goes with the book. One of a kind. Let me tell you a little bit about where this book came from, and then I'd love for you to go and buy it because I think it's going to be helpful to a lot of you. But if you remember years ago, I wrote my first book, Creative Threads. Creative Threads was really written for young professionals, folks maybe getting out of college or in their first couple careers in the working world, to figure out, man, how do you make sense of the direction you want to go when sometimes your path seems a little wacky, right? So how do you think like an entrepreneur to build your brand, to be proactive, to invest in your what's next, to figure out your next path in life, right? Years ago, I did that book, got a lot of great reception to it. But what I found was a lot of the people that were reading it, the people that were really latching on to some of these ideas, they were my age and they were older. They were like, John, where's my book? I'm not like 25. Like, what do you got for me as someone who's a little bit older in life, seen a little bit more action professionally? What do you got for me? So I wrote Brand Thyself. By the way, look, paperback, ooh, hardcover. Ooh, also I forgot to mention, it's on the Audible. So if you want to like sit and listen to me do this and talk to you and read you my book for like hours, that is available if you can handle it. But anyway, so I wrote this book, Brand Thyself, and it was essentially, here's everything that I've learned about how to think about your personal brand, what it is, what it isn't, how to create it, how to leverage it towards where you want to go in life, mapping towards your goals, figuring out what's next. If you have that wacky background and you're like, John, I'm a, ceramics major, but I want to be a doctor, but I want to write a book, and I also want to run safaris, like, how do I stitch all that together and create a cohesive personal brand? My book answers it. And that's really what birthed this idea was I need to help people figure out how to think about their personal brand, whether you're the one person entrepreneur kind of out there being the brand of you already, where you have a direct connection to monetizing things, sort of like me with my courses and my books and my coaching. Or if you're someone, maybe you're in corporate, you're advancing in your corporate career, how do you think about your personal brand to help you grow in your professional context? It could be for folks that are like, John, I got a full-time job, but my real passion is doing this thing over here. How do I grow that? How do I pivot and create energy around it when a lot of the output for my personal brand may not be monetizing so much as it is gaining influence, traction, connection? How do I bring all those pieces together? Now, let me just read you I'm not going to read you much, all right? Relax. I'm just going to read you some of the table of contents because I think this will be helpful. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, right? I went to school to become a car designer, and from there had a light bulb moment about my gifting of creativity and had a total reset in my life. From there, I ran my own creative shop. I went to work at a law firm. I'm doing all this stuff here on YouTube, building my personal brand, working at an agency, doing my own thing and coaching. How do I bring all that together? How did I do it? And I'm going to help you see a little bit, some of the clues from how I did it to help you, right? So that's sort of my story. We're going to talk about 5 driving scenarios of people that want to invest in their personal brand. It's not all just about, I want to sell courses and books and make money, right? There's 5 different scenarios or different drivers. What are those for you? I'm going to share a little bit about that. We're going to talk about what a personal brand is and isn't, right? You don't start with your logo. Like, your brand isn't all the shiny colors and the cool look and feel on your Instagram quotes. Like, that's not it at all. That's like the last thing you do. How do you start foundational or fundamental when it comes to your personal brand? We're going to talk about ends and means, right? What's the goal? What's it all leading towards? And how do you create process and rigor and organization in the way that you bring to life your personal brand and you execute it and really treat it seriously, right? How do you create a roadmap around it instead of this fuzzy idea that I'm kind of like out there and doing stuff on the Instas, right? Like, how do you create process around it? And that's really a big part of this book. We're talking about monetization, right? So for those of you looking to directly monetize your personal brand, whether that's through, hardcore selling of books and courses, all the way up to selling your influence, selling your access, selling your proximity, selling your process. There's multiple different scenarios of what people want to actually buy from you. How do you create a transactional environment so that people have an easy, low friction way to buy things from you, whether it's things, services, experiences, or what have you. And then I'm going to challenge you. At the end of the book, I'm going to be like, look, man, if you read all this, if you listen to me read all of this book to you on your phone, Now what are you gonna do? How are you gonna take this and turn it into momentum and action to really focus on bringing your personal brand to life? So look, we've got the paperback available, a very handy portable size. We got the hardcover if you wanna like really look impressive and like sit on the bus or the subway reading this. Don't forget, if you are like 23 and you're like, John, I want some of that, go buy my old book, Creative Threads. It's still timeless. You can get down with that on Amazon just like everything else. And again, if you want to hear me read you the book, Audible is the way to go. And I will pump you up or at least scare you into doing some of the things that I'm encouraging you to do. All right, so that's what I've been up to, everyone. Also on my site, you've got courses, you've got trainings, you've got worksheets, all kinds of good stuff that all flow from the Brand Yourself philosophy with the new book. Now, I can't offer you this completely sick, super tie-dye, whatever jacket. This is one of a kind, okay? This is bespoke. But look, it's like camouflage, right? Can you see it? Whoa, where did my book go? But I'd love for you to check it out. Links are below. Go to Amazon, check it out. And P.S., I'm gonna have a workbook coming out real soon. So if you get into it and you're like, John, this is the greatest and most life-transforming book I've ever purchased. Do you have a workbook? In 2 weeks, I will say yes. And I'll update it with the link so that you can get that. But anyway, hey everybody, that's what I've been up to. I hope you're doing well. Sorry for not posting more often. I'll try to get some more stuff out, but just trust me, I've been busy. I've been heads down, making all these books just for you, right? So I want you to go out and get it. They're not very expensive. You get it, you read it. Let me know what you think. Would love to answer your questions, and I hope you have a great week. Be awesome, brand thyself, and I'll catch you soon.